If I only had $100 to promote my next single, what would I do? This video is gonna be all about what I would personally do if I only had $100 to spend to promote my next song. Alright guys, so before we move forward with this video, please do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Every single week, I release a video on music marketing to help you get the success that you're looking for in music. So if you're interested in growing as an independent artist, a record label, or in music in general, then subscribe to this channel. As an artist, there is many ways to promote your music. So the first thing you need to do is you need to figure out your goals. For example, when it comes to promoting your music, there's different types of goals. You have building a fan base, you have gaining followers, you have getting monthly listeners or monthly streams up on Spotify, you have verification on different platforms, you have building a fan base. This is why when it comes to promoting your music, having a budget is important, because there's so many different ways you can go about promoting your music. Now back to goals. The first thing you need to do when it comes to figuring out where you're gonna put this $100 is you need to figure out your goals. So my goals personally for spending this $100 is 1, it's clout, and 2, it's building a fan base. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do those two things right now. So when I talk about clout, I'm talking about how people perceive me based on numbers. Especially when you are looking to get gigs, promoters, they look at your numbers. They look at how much clout you have. So I play a lot of gigs, and a big part of that is because my numbers are relatively good. So I need to keep increasing my clout. So partly what I'm gonna do with this $100 is I'm gonna split it into Spotify, because that's where a lot of my promoters look when it comes to deciding who they're gonna get to play at their next gig. So I'm gonna put part of my $100 into my Spotify to increase my monthly listeners and increase my streams on my music. And since I make money from my gigs, me putting money into my Spotify to increase my clout is actually bringing me back more money in the future. So I'm investing in my long-term income, if that makes sense. So I'm putting money into Spotify, so when promoters go to my Spotify, they see my clout, and then I'll most likely get the gig, which means then they're gonna pay me to perform and I'm gonna make my money back. So yeah, I see Spotify as purely a clout move. I know a lot of you guys out there are trying to get more Spotify plays and streams and monthly listeners, but if you're not making any money back from investing into Spotify, then I would probably rethink my strategy a bit. But for me, I'm actually making money back, so I see Spotify as purely a clout move. All right, guys, so as I said, step 1 is I'm trying to get my Spotify monthly listeners and monthly streams up for clout purposes. So when I reach out to venues or promoters, they see my numbers and it increases my opportunity and my chances of actually landing a gig so I can make the money back. So the company I normally go to for such thing is YouGrow. I'm gonna actually leave a link underneath, so if you want to test them out, you can test them out. Yeah, the company I use is YouGrow. They do a lot of promotion. Let me show you guys. So they do promotion for Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. But again, as I said, I'm gonna go Spotify, and then literally for $67, I'm guaranteed 2,000 to 6,000 organic streams. And basically they have partnerships with tons and tons of playlists. So you submit your music, and on behalf of you, they pitch your music to these playlists that are in your genre. And basically they keep your song in the playlist until it reaches the amount of organic streams that they promise. So For any of you guys out there saying this is fake, it's not fake. It's actually real listeners, real streams. Again, they are pitching to playlists that they already vetted. So yeah, I use YouGrow. I usually use the starter because my songs are relatively really good, so they usually outperform what they have. And you could check that out through this video that I'm going to link right here. So yeah, $67 gone at my $100 budget. So that should cover my clout and Spotify monthly listeners going up. So the next thing I do, I have about $33 left, right? So I have $33 left. So the other thing that I'll do is I'd go over here to SoundCloud. Again, most my fans find me on SoundCloud. So don't sleep on SoundCloud. Most of my fans find me on SoundCloud. And basically what I do is I find companies or channels, Melodic Deep. I already know the channels because I used a bunch of them. For you might have to do some research, but I basically find channels that offer Repost, and basically, I email them and they'll charge me. So basically I have $33 to work with. Another one that I use is Deep House Sweden. Again, they have 48,000 followers, people in my genre who listens and like my music. And then they show you a bunch of partnership channels, right? Melodic Deep is on this channel as well. So I can literally go through all of these and ask them to repost my music. But again, I'm working with a $33 budget. Most of them will cost roughly around 20 to 50 euros on the high end. 8 days you can get away with maybe like 33 or $30. I would do this to build my fan base, because again, they have tons of people listening to their songs in my genre. So I would just have $33 to spend. I find one of these companies or repost channels, and I'll ask them, hey, how much should I charge to repost my music? They'll tell me, I'll pay them, and then they push my song out to their network plus some of their other networks. So yeah, that's what I would do, and that covers my clout and also building my fan base for $100. Now again, guys, it all starts with goals. Again, my goals were clout and fan base. Your goals could be followers and verification, which means that you might have to invest into PR. All right, guys, so I hope you found value from this video. These are the things that I would do if I only had $100 to promote my music. And again, I first go with Spotify growth because that's clout for me and that's how I get my gigs. And then I go with Spotify Repost because that's where I gain my actual true fans, and that's where most of my fan base live, because I'm finding channels that already have my audience. So if you found value from this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and drop me a comment. Let me know what you thought about this video. Now, if you like this video, then you're probably gonna like my next video. So go and watch one of my 2 videos over here, and I'll see you over there.